All right. Hello, everybody. We're here with another dope review. Today, we are going to talk about Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey. That's why I'm wearing these goggles because I'm an inventor too. I might be the greatest inventor there ever was. I don't know. But what I do know is I have a friend here to talk with me today about Jingle Jangle. My dear friend Ryann. Ryann, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
Good, good, good. So I thought to myself, if I'm going to review a movie centered on a young black girl, let's just talk to a young black girl. So I called Ryann, and Ryann was like, "Yeah, I want to talk about Jingle Jangle." So here we are. Ryann, what did you think about this movie?
Okay, people might be very upset, but I think that Jingle Jangle is better than the Polar Express and is better than the Grinch.
Easily, easily better than the Polar Express and the Grinch, hands down. The music is way better. The music slaps. Like that is some real good music.
I can't begin to put into words the boost of serotonin that this square root of impossible gave me and make it work again. I was, I, you, it's amazing.
Yeah, the music's pretty great. I like the opening. What's the name? Is it Make It Work? Is that the opening number? Its name?
I think
I was
so.
literally just listening to it too. Let me double check it. Hold on one second. I'll pull it up. This day. This day is an awesome song. That's the opening sequence when they're all dancing in the shop. Love that music. That musical sequence. That was Justin Cornwell and Sharon Rose singing that when they played the young versions of Dronicus and his wife. Of course, Dronicus, when he grows up, is played by the great Forrest Whitaker. Um, that the little girl who played the main character, Journey, I've never seen her before. I think this was her first thing. Was that Madeline Mills? She was awesome. Oh my gosh.
We have a running joke now in our family that her like friend in Jebediah's apprentice Edison is me because we're both super clumsy. And the way he's just like, I like you a lot, and then runs away and falls into whatever he falls into sounds like a very Ryan thing to do.
Okay, okay, okay. So you see yourself more as Edison than Journey?
I mean, I'll be honest, I am not the most adventurous person. I'm very like, I mean, I don't say I'm ambitious. I'm just not adventurous.
Mm-hmm. So what about the themes of this movie? What really stuck out to you there? And we should, and before we do that, so the basic plot is that Dronicus Jangle is the greatest inventor ever, but his apprentice steals his work and he kind of gives up. And years later, his granddaughter comes to visit, and and that helps him kind of rediscover the magic. Just to give you there's a very general sense of the plot, um, which I love. I love the plot of this movie, but I'm interested to know what you felt in terms of the themes of this movie.
Hmm. I really loved that it was the magic was like math and all this stuff. And that also it was that this really young girl who's probably like around my age, like in the movie, is just amazing at math and she's inventing because a lot of the time when you go on you watch movies and shows the young black girls are depicted in a certain way, so to see her just out there doing math and science and just being this amazing inventor was awesome. And
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the whole movie, but the main thing that really stuck out to me is that you had to believe to like make all this happen. Like it was you could have the magic, but you had to believe it was there and believe in yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
I really like that as well.
I liked that a lot too, especially with Forrest Whitaker's character, watching him try and find himself again after he's been lost for so long was really special. I wish there was more of his daughter in the movie because most of it's focused on Journey, but I really wanted to know what happened in her life because it seemed like she had also kind of given up, but she didn't keep her daughter from giving up, right? She still fostered that within her kid. So I'm really curious to know like what was her path. There didn't seem to be a dad in the picture, so what happened there? Like I really wanted to know more about her mom's journey. Um, so that was something that I thought was lacking. Also, the doll, the Don Juan doll was a little
It
cringy.
was a little too stereotypical. I mean, when is
Yeah.
that what you meant by that? Or
Yeah.
I mean, like when I heard the name Don Juan, I was like, they just chose the most basic Hispanic name, and they're like, what is the something that will make it stick out and just be like, you're Hispanic.
Right.
That was that.
And I wish that there was a bit more nuance to that character. With the care of all the other characters, maybe it was because it was a toy and not a person. Maybe they thought they could get away with that, but that being the only Latinx representation in the movie, I'm like, oh, I mean, can we do a little bit more than just this surface caricature? That's probably like the low light in an otherwise pretty amazing movie. So I do think that they failed in terms of representation there. And it would be curious to see if they do another one. Maybe they could bring that character back and give him more nuance, right? Because it seemed like he needed to be reprogrammed or whatever. So maybe that gives them a chance, like a second bite at the apple with that character. That could be interesting. Yeah. Um, okay, what about standout acting performances for you? Who did you really like in this in terms of acting?
I won't remember her name, but the Jerry, I
Oh, Mrs.
loved her.
Johnston was amazing. She's a British singer and actress. I will look her up. Keep talking about why you like her.
Journey was a great actor, but I mean, she was like the main character. And
Hmm.
also the Magic G Man, like his apprentice at school, I thought he was a great actor as well.
The bad guy.
Yeah.
When he was younger, when he was old.
Um, I liked both, but I also really liked him when he was young. So I thought the desperation of him really just wanting to get this one thing to work really came through.
The older version, Gustafson, was that Miles Barrow played the young Gustafson, and Keegan Michael Key from Key and Peele played the older one. I thought Keegan Michael Key was good in this. He has a tendency to play a more heightened character, especially when he has a more comedic role, which this definitely was for him. Uh, so I liked him in it, especially when he had that like moment of kind of like humanity. I don't want to say what happened, but like toward the end, um, it was nice to see that part of him because he was a little bit mustache twirly villain through most of it. The Miss Johnston was Lisa Davina Phillip, and she is I believe she's a singer, but oh, she actually had a different singing voice actually. Even though I believe the actress that played her is also a singer, which is strange. But I think most everybody sang their own songs on this. Um, I really liked. I really loved Journey. I loved Felicia Rashad is the grandmother that's telling the story. Um, I'm obsessed with Felicia Rashad. I've loved her since I was a little kid, and she's so just magical. Like her voice just drips magic, and so like, I thought she was awesome. Um, I really liked Forrest Whitaker's performance as Dronicus. Um, especially once he kind of like wakes up in the second half of the film, he's really really good. The snowball fight just like melted my heart.
I was so happy in the dances too, and I don't want to spoil it, but it was.
Yeah, I don't want to. But speaking of the dancers, the choreography is like whoa, like whoa.
There's like 30 people in these really big numbers, like especially like the opening and the closing numbers, and like the snowball fight as well, and to organize it so everything like synchronized and added up.
Yeah, I just really don't have, like I said, besides Don Juan, I really don't have much bad to say about this movie. The music was great. It was composed by John Debney, uh, who has worked for a long time with the Walt Disney Company. I thought he did an excellent job. I'm looking at his filmography right now. Um, oh wow, he did Jetsons the movie, which I was all about when I was a little kid. Hocus Pocus, Little Giants. He did the music for. Liar Liar. Wow, he's done a ton of stuff. Let's see, The Princess Diaries. He did the music for. I love The Princess Diaries. You like that movie? I love that movie. Spy Kids and Spy Kids 2. Bruce Almighty, Elf. Yeah, this guy's done a ton of stuff. Spider-Man 2, he composed additional music for. Yeah, he's a pretty big composer, it looks like. So, also this movie was produced by several people, but notably John Legend was one of the producers on this movie, which I thought was cool too. So, yeah, what are your Ryan? What are your final thoughts about Jingle Jangle? Give me like your final thoughts on it, and then give me a rating out of 5. So out of 5, what do you rate this movie? And your final, your final thoughts on the movie, and then your rating at the end.
So my final thoughts is that it's a great, awesome like music. I think of something to dance to. That's great as well. It's a great Christmas movie if you want to watch that and isn't as like copy and paste like all the other ones you might see. And I mean, yeah, it's just an awesome movie and it's worth giving a try. And my final rating, I think it's gonna have to be a 5 out of 5. It's only like one thing.
5 out of 5 from Rye Guy. Okay. My final thoughts. I think it's a pretty special film. It was really cool how they portrayed the Black female heroine in the movie as independent and strong and inventive and filled with endless possibilities. I was happy that they never once like made her beholden to the male characters in the movie. And I think just the message of believing in yourself and believing in what you are capable of is a really timely one. And my only knock against it, like I said, is the portrayal of the doll, the Don Juan doll, come to life. So with that in mind, I can't give it a 5. I can't give it a 5. One of my other reviewers says that he will never give a movie or anything that he reviews a 5 because perfection is unattainable. So I will give this movie a solid 4 out of 5. Solid 4 out of 5. So I'm gonna give this movie. So that's it. 4 out of 5 from me. 5 out of 5 from Ryan. Check out Jingle Jangle. That's about it. I want to thank Ryan for hanging out with me and reviewing this movie. You can find Reflect at Reflect Media on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow me at Mr. Maui Jones on Instagram and at Maui Thoughts on Twitter. This has been a dope review. Have an awesome evening. Bye.